Your favorite band's about to play a sold-out show, and you definitely got tickets. And drinks. Now hurry and make it back to your spot. Past this person and that person. About 20 more. Ooh, watch out for feet.
Hey.
Just keep going. A little further. Oh, there's your friend.
Over here.
Right where you want to be. Close enough to see the set list. And they're definitely playing your song. When you're with Amex, it's not if it's going to happen, but when. American Express. Don't live life without it.
I want to advance my nursing career, but I can't stop working and spend a lot of money to earn a degree. My family and my patients need me. At WGU, I can earn a Master of Science in Nursing while juggling my busy life.
At WGU, we hear you. That's why we've built a nonprofit online university around you. Here, you set the deadlines. You take courses on your time, and you take the tests when you're ready. WGU, the University of You. Learn more at wgu.edu.
It is my pleasure to bring up your host and creator of Story Smash. Please welcome Miss Christine Blackburn.
Hey! Welcome to Story Smash, the storytelling game show. My name is Christine Blackburn. Are you guys ready for some true stories? Holy cow, you're here on a great night. Let's reveal the Wheel of Stories. There are 12 permanent topics on the wheel. Topics like breakup, drunk tank, even pandemic. And then there's also a space that says free. If the contestant lands on free, they can choose any of the topics on the wheel. And if the contestant spins the wheel and lands on audience, there are 3 audience spaces. That means you guys have the opportunity to shout out your favorite storytelling topics, and our expert judges will choose one to be the storyteller's topic. Think of your story topics now, guys, because let me tell you, somebody always lands on audience. And speaking of expert judges, let's bring them on the stage right now. All right, you guys, the first judge coming to the stage, he is a comedian and a writer. He wrote on At Midnight for the entire run. He's also a broadcaster for the LA Derby Dolls. And I'll tell you right now, he's the funniest goddamn person you're ever going to follow on Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Blaine Capatch! All right, you guys, this next judge coming to the stage, she played Barbara Jean on the Reba television show, Bonnie Wheeler on Baby Daddy, and you can catch her right now on Young Sheldon or playing 25 Words or Less. By the way, she's the funniest part of that show. And she was also voted People Magazine's sexiest subscriber over 40. How about that? She also has a new podcast out right now with Rick McIntyre called Living and Learning. Please welcome the fabulous Melissa Peterman! All right, you guys, our final judge is a writer who wrote on the Emmy Award-winning Modern Family for its entire 11-year run. He also won the book I hold in my right hand. It's called He Started It, My Twitter War with President Donald Trump. This guy has won 5 Emmy Awards, and he'll never let us forget it. Please welcome Danny Zuker! Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the dream team of judges. You're here on a great night. Yes, you are. You better believe it. Now, Danny, we're playing 3 rounds of the show tonight.
3, you say?
3 rounds of the game, yeah.
Fascinating.
It's going to be just like the last time, actually. Well, the first round is a 1-minute story.
Ah, interesting.
60 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
So the contestant comes up, they spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on, they tell that true story in 1 minute. Now, they have to watch the clock, because if they go over a minute, they're going to hear this.
Oh, that was amazing.
Their story's over, and we go right to the judges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's an important part of the game. And then the second part of the game is you have to vote on the ability for them to stay on the topic.
Okay.
And then the third one is, do you like them?
Right.
No, that's not a rule. That's not a criteria.
Oh, thank God, because I have not gotten a good impression so far.
Hey, I have a good impression. Hey, I don't get no respect. Hey, I tell you, hey, no respect.
You guys, we do have an audience member who's going to play tonight, and that's always fun.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Could go either way.
This has never happened before.
Well, no, we do it every time.
Oh,
but
I didn't know that. I'm so
yeah.
drunk.
No, this has happened before.
Yeah, you've been here. You've been here too. Or was it a dream?
Well, I am in my underwear.
Keep it to
I'm
yourself.
in my wife's underwear.
All right, you guys. So 3 rounds tonight. We've got 3 fabulous contestants coming up to play the game, and one person's name is coming from the audience. I don't know who the heck that is. But my hand will now go into the Story Smash Can of Truth.
It's right
Where is
behind
it?
you.
Aha! Into the Story Smash Can of Truth to talk about the first player coming up to spin the wheel and tell a true 1-minute story. All right, you guys, this first contestant coming up right now. This guy, he spent his life telling stories, so he decided to pursue it professionally. He's been touring with the Fringe festivals all over the world for over 20 years. He's been in Wellington at the Fringe in New Zealand, Halifax Fringe, Minnesota Fringe.
Oh.
Exotic.
Very. That's
Jinx.
where I'm from.
And many, many others. Please welcome the very talented Les Kurkendaal-Barrett. Yeah, come on up, Les. All right, you guys, let's tell him what to do.
Spin that
Wheel.
Oh, this is exciting, Les.
Hooking up. Hooking up.
Oh, good.
Hooking up. The story will be about hooking up.
I've heard of that.
Hooking up. Okay, hooking up. Okay, so once upon a time, I was single and I went to a party. It was an afternoon party thrown by these 2 Australian friends of mine because it was Australia Day. And so I'm at this party and I'm actually on my way to a date with an OkCupid date. And so I'm sitting there, I'm talking to a friend, and my friend keeps on making this face like this weird guy is like looking at us. And so I look at the guy and I'm like, oh, well, since you're eavesdropping on our conversation, would you like to join us? And so he starts talking and then he asks me, okay, let's get this out of the way now. Are you a top or a bottom? And I was like, wouldn't you like to know? And so we ended up getting along, we ended up hooking up, and 6 months later, we got married. And that's the story.
Whoa, Les Kurkendaal-Barrett. Now, hang on.
Wow.
Okay, now, I got to tell you, he only hit 48 seconds. 48 seconds. He did not go to the whole minute, and I don't know how you feel about that, Danny Zuker.
Well, it's Price is Right rules. As long as you don't go over.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, a great story. If I had one note, I wish it were gayer. I think we can all agree on that. And Australia Day is January 27th, my birthday.
Oh.
So,
Fun fact.
so 5 million points.
Okay, Melissa Peterman.
So, Les, great story. Are you married? Are you still married to this man?
Right there.
Is he here? Oh my!
This is exciting. Okay, give it up for, Mr. Kurkendaal-Barrett.
You slut.
You slut! I love it. Okay, so did you ever get to this party in the afternoon?
Yeah.
You did? Okay. Okay, you did. All right.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you did go to the party in the
Yes.
afternoon?
Oh, yeah.
And how long have you two been married?
We've been married. Okay, get this. Okay, so we are married for 5.5, and we've known each other for 5. We met in January, and we got married in November.
Wow.
Oh, my God. This is
Amazing.
Not since The English Patient have I heard
Yeah.
such
Yeah.
And he's English.
a love story. I mean, this just has everything. And I made me believe in love again, plus. And I don't care when guys finish early. Frankly, it's a lot more me time. So I'm going to give you 18,000 boomerangs and 5 Joeys. Amazing story. Well done.
All right, Blaine Capatch.
I think the English Patient was 5.5 years, wasn't it?
The movie, yes, it was.
I love that story. 3 happy endings.
Oh, 3 happy endings. All right.
$9 million dollary dues.
Let him hear it. Les Kurkendaal-Barrett. And as a reminder, there are no points in this game. All right, you guys,
Well,
coming
there
up
are
to the
now.
stage.
There's millions of them.
Coming up to the stage right now to tell a true 1-minute story. Oh my gosh, this is happening early in the game, but I think we can handle it. I have pulled the audience person. the audience person. Here comes the Story Smash can of audience members. And Danny Zuker, let's hear who's playing Story Smash tonight and coming up for a true 1-minute story.
The audience member playing Story Smash tonight will be Carlos.
Carlos!
Please don't.
Oh, he's right here. Come on up, buddy.
Oh, that's
All
convenient.
right. All right, you guys, let's tell Carlos what to do.
Spin that wheel.
The spin brought to you by Axe Body Spray and Sex Repellent. Keep it in your pants with Axe.
That was a really good spin.
Price is right, rules right.
It's the English patient of spins.
It's the English patient of spins.
Birthdays.
Okay, hi, I'm Carlos. I'm up here from the audience, and birthday story goes like this. Do y'all remember the New England Patriots story? It's probably my best birthday story so far. When they were behind 28-3 in halftime. Yeah, my birthday's February 1st, so the first week of that of February, I always get the Super Bowl. That weekend, I had everyone over. They were all chilling. New England is losing at halftime. Everyone's like, Carlos, you're going to freaking suck. Your team sucks. Woo, woo, woo. Then all of a sudden, I was like, all right. I grab a bottle, and I put the bottle on the table. Every time they score, I'm going to take a drink. And I don't know if you guys know football, but they came back, and they won the Super Bowl. I don't remember the fourth quarter, though. But that was probably one of my best birthday stories. I have a fucking Tom Brady tattoo on my leg for that night, too. So, and that's me. 47 seconds. I beat him.
Okay, well, that's not how the clock works, but fair enough. All right, Carlos, that was a great story. My gosh, the guy just came out of the audience and he entertained us. Melissa Peterman.
I know this is probably inappropriate. Can we see the tattoo?
Take off your pants.
No, I know that's inappropriate.
Side story. Every time I'm drunk, and I always have to ask my girl if I can show him because I have to take my pants off.
Maybe the next round.
We'll save something for later. So you enjoy now? Do you enjoy looking at Tom Brady during some things you do?
It's the Patriots logo, so it's not full with the TB12 on it.
So it's not like a headshot of Tom Brady, which.
She won't let me get that one yet.
Oh, good, because I would feel weird because then we'd have the same tattoo. I have it on my back, so my husband has something to look at.
See, I told you can get it.
Anyway, Carlos, that story reminded me of the time that I sat next to Gary Busey on a 5-hour flight. Yeah. I was excited. I was nervous. I didn't know where this was going. And at the end, I was kind of confused, but I knew that I had fun. So I'm going to give you. That's right. I'm going to give you. How many points? What's the top points we have?
I had 8 million.
8 million. I'm going to give you 9 million points on that because you just came out of the crowd and you stunned us all from right there. We didn't even know you were there, and now you're here.
No idea.
So Carlos, well done.
Yeah, well done. Blaine Capatch.
Your flight was also the English patient. There's a lot of 5-hour events going on here. I'm just glad that when she called out Carlos, it didn't end up with Mencia. I'm just glad that didn't happen. And I also I was born the year of the Super Bowl, so whenever I forget how old I am, I check to see what Super Bowl it is. So thanks for reminding me how old I am. 10 million points.
10 million points. All righty, Danny Zuker.
I'm 2 years older than the Super Bowl, so I have to do a little bit of math. Also, my birthday, back when they used to not be in February, they were in January, and I watched my team, the Giants, win on my 27. I turned 27 on the 27th, and the Giants won. So that's not a good story at all.
You know what, Danny? You want to start that again? Because I want to write this story down.
This is great. That's a great
so good.
It's riveting.
My favorite thing was that you started this story with, my Patriots story, like we know who the fuck you are. That's a level of confidence. Hey, you guys have probably heard my Patriots story before. I'm Carlos from the audience. I related to the story. I have a lower back of Gronk. I have a Gronk tramp stamp. Yeah. So I got to give you Google points.
Thank you.
There you go.
All right, that seems like a good thing to me. Carlos from the audience, let him hear it. Carlos, this way. All right, you guys, we're doing great. You guys are doing great, feeling good. How are you? Everybody okay? All right, Brian at the bar, he's going to help you out.
Brian's the best. Cheers, Brian.
That's right. Cheers, Brian. All right, you guys, right now, this contestant coming up, she's originally from Cleveland, Ohio, but we won't hold that against her. And there, she was a national competitive dancer. How about that? Now, since making the switch to acting and comedy, she's been focusing on comedy while writing and producing her own sketches and parodies. Please welcome the very talented Christina DiBiase. Woo! All right, Christina. All right, you guys, tell her what to do.
Spin that wheel.
Hooking up. Hooking up. Everybody's got that story.
Hooking up.
All right. I used to be on Bumble, and I met this guy, and he took me out on a date. And after the date, a couple years later, I realized I think he tried to sex traffic me. Yeah. He took me to a museum, normal. Took me to an after party in Sherman Oaks, normal. The guests, not normal. We're sitting at the edge of a couch, and not like on the couch, but like on the back of the couch. And he looks over at these old white men, and they're like in their 80s. I'm like, I've never seen an 80-year-old at an after party before. Something seems wrong with that. And then he introduces me to the owner of the house, and she is analyzing me. She's like, okay, tall, thin, pretty, she's perfect. I'm like, what am I perfect for? I was very scared. I have not seen him since, but I get scared every time I swipe on dating apps, and now my boundaries are very strong.
All right. Christina DiBiase. She's on 53 seconds. It's interesting how they're just summing it up a little early. I kind of like it. Blaine Capatch.
If you've never seen 80-year-olds at a rap party in Sherman Oaks, then you've never been to Los Angeles. It's nothing but 80-years. Whenever I get sex trafficked, I usually take surface streets.
Yeah.
That's my only joke. I feel terrible making it. We'll lose it all in post. 59 million points.
All right, Danny Zuker.
I felt like a great story. I felt like it could have used. I was hoping it would get to your father, calling the guy and bragging about, I would guess, a certain set of skills. It didn't. It had that. Look, the story had everything. It had sex trafficking. It had old white guys. You didn't mention if they were white. I assume they were white, right? We're the fucking best old white guys. Yeah, great job. I don't know, 45 million points. Yeah, there you go.
Sounds good. Melissa Peterman.
Christine, I'm guessing you're young. You're young. I'm just going to give you some advice from someone who's 100. You're going to get sex trafficked quite a bit. And I'm glad that it happened early on and you figured it out. I mean, my experience, I lost my passport 13 times. I'm like, why do you need my passport? We're just going to Van Nuys. So I'm glad you learned early on and got out of your way. Do you still believe in love?
I'm trying to.
You're trying to. Well, good luck with that. Well, with your youth and beauty. I think you're going to do just fine. Are you still on dating apps?
Unfortunately.
Good for you. Good for you. Keep pushing through. Yes. I'm going to. Yes.
Oh, no, I was going to say, if you're unfortunately, I'm unfortunately too.
Just because you had to hear that, I'm going to give you double points. I'm going to give you 13 trillion points, Christina. Well done.
All right.
And stay away from museums. That's why I don't go to museums and learn anything.
Or read.
Yeah, that's right. Blaine Capatch. Did we already talk to you?
Yeah, we can talk to him again.
Yeah, talk to me again, and it was bad.
Danny, did we get to you?
How you doing, Christine?
I'm telling you what, I haven't had any beverages at all. I really haven't. I've been doing.
You need to be sex trafficked, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, any minute now I'll be sex trafficked. All right, you guys, coming up right now for the final story. in the 1 minute round is the one and only. I knew who it was going to be. This guy, he is a stand-up comedian, a writer, and a professional air hockey player. He's a professional air hockey player. I don't know, man. He's from Saskatchewan, Massachusetts. Can you say Saskatchewan?
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Can you read that at the very
see.
top?
He is from Scituate, Massachusetts.
Do it all. Go for it, Melissa.
From 2018 to 2020, he toured with Norm Macdonald as his feature act and freelance wrote for Netflix's Norm Macdonald Has a Show. Please welcome Jeremy McKiernan.
Woo! Jeremy McKiernan! You guys, let him hear it. Tell him what to do.
All right. Spin that wheel.
All right. I almost fell.
Hooking
Oh
up.
my God.
Let's do it again.
What a perverted wheel.
All right, I've hooked up. Right, we've all hooked up. I lost my virginity in a really weird way. Not like, there was consent, but I lost it very late. I was like 22 or something. It was very late. I had like horrible acne when I was a kid, and I was all nervous. But I lost it when I was in college, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I was ashamed of this for like a decade, but I'm pretty sure I lost it to like a post-op trans person. Like I got like tricked, you know what I mean? There's no way to really talk about this without kind of sounding like a dick, so just, give me the benefit of the doubt. But no, I met this woman at a bar. Oh my God, the time's so fast. Met this woman at a bar, and like when we were having sex, like it was like kind of like dry. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean.
Oh my God!
But I kind of figured out later because then the second time I had sex with a woman, I was like, ew, why is it all wet? I was like, what's in there? Cum? This is gay, All right, 59.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Jeremy McKiernan. He landed right on it. 59 seconds.
Wow.
It was amazing. Melissa Peterman.
I'd probably marry you.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, Jeremy. I have so many follow-up questions. And I can't put my thoughts together. But again, this also reminded me of that time that I accidentally took mushrooms in Cabo. I was scared. I was unsure. I didn't know what was going to happen. Anyway, Jeremy, I'm going to give you the number for a good therapist is what I'm going to give you. Yeah. And I'm going to give you, that was a great story. I'm with it. I'm going to give you 25,000 points. 25,000.
That was a great story. Danny Zuker.
I mean, we have a very similar story. Like, mine was not a trans. She was an old woman, and I remember her. I mean, she had beautiful, like, giant hands, and just gorgeous lady, like the most feminine Adam's apple you've ever seen, and she would get wet though, all at once at the end. But just a terrific lady. We broke up because the Bears started spring training, but no, a great story. Also, like, how confusing, you opening for Norm Macdonald. Like, you look like his son.
I know, we'd go around, everyone would think I was his son.
It's really...
We'd be in casinos.
Yeah, no, very good story. I'm sorry that you just got canceled. You're a giant turf. Anyway, 9 million points.
Awesome.
Yes.
Blaine Capatch.
I felt bad when I lost my virginity because when it was happening, we were listening to a tape by a band called Marillion.
Oh, wow.
And that causes vaginal dryness. So I was right there with you. 10 million points.
Yeah.
Jeremy McKiernan. Let him hear it, you guys. Great story, Jeremy. I loved it. All right. Yeah, these guys know what they're doing, it seems.
It seems. We've got
we're going to put all the slips of paper, all the names go back in the Story Smash can of truth, and we're going to pull the next person for the next round. They're going to tell a true 2-minute story. Melissa, what do you think would be harder, a 1-minute story or a 2-minute story?
Well, these guys seem to want to finish fast.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think this might be harder. My challenge for this round is to try to get exactly at 2 minutes.
Ooh, that's a good challenge.
Yeah, I'm throwing it down.
All right.
I've never done it. Oh, what?
You never did.
I never made it to 2 minutes. So.
Never made it to 2 minutes. Blaine, any thoughts on the 2-minute round?
Well, I think whenever they start talking, I'm just going to play a Kink song in my head.
Okay.
And if they're done before the Kink song is over, I'll know they came in under 2.
All right. Everybody has their own method. Everybody has their method. All right, you guys. Let's get a little applause going. Let's applaud for Brian at the bar.
Brian!
We got Sid in the back. Jim Coughlin to my right. Lindsay at the bar. It takes a village is what it takes. All right, you guys, coming up right now to tell a true 2-minute story is the fabulous Christina DiBiase. Christina!
Woo! Christina!
Here she comes all the way up. Come on, Christina. Let's tell her what to do, guys.
Spin that wheel.
Spin brought to you by Crest Wet Strips. Say goodbye to dry teeth with Crest Wet Strips.
Drunk tank.
Okay, so I've never been in an actual drunk tank, but I have been drunk before. One time during spring break, it was my senior year, and it was my first time actually celebrating spring break. My friends and I decided to watch The Exorcist of Emily Rose. Is that the name of it? Yes, thank you. And I am mortified of paranormal movies, so I was like, I need to get wasted so I don't remember any of this. And I did, and my friends helped. Even when I told them to stop, they gave me shots that were this big, and it was about 5 of them. And on top of that, I was drinking those flavored Mike's Hard lemonades, but it was sour apple. And I'm like, I need to down these so I don't remember the movie. I only remember one part of the movie, and it's when Emily is possessed in her dorm room. And she's going like this and then dropping to her knees and then going like this and then dropping to her knees. I'm like, that's so fucking crazy. I don't want to remember any of that. And the next day was Easter Sunday. And they were all going to go to church. And I'm like, why are we going to church on spring break, guys? But I did not make it off the couch. I'm like, I need to stay here. And being alone in an apartment, very, very hungover, to the point where I think I might have had alcohol poisoning, because I was on the phone with my ex-boyfriend that night, puking my brains out into the toilet, being like, I love you, I miss you, when did we break up? I know we're only 17, but can we get back together? I want to get married. I don't drink a lot of alcohol anymore. That was a very awakening moment for me at 18 years old. Was I 7? No, I was 17 years old. I don't remember a lot. My parents didn't even know where I was. We lied to them, and we drove to Florida. And that's my story.
All right, Christina DiBiase, 1 minute, 59 seconds. That was right on time, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Blaine Capatch.
I got really drunk to watch The Jazzercist once.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up. And the next day I was so hungover in church, it was ridiculous. It was Tuesday. I went to see The Exorcist when it came out, when they re-released it with the spider walk scene. I went to see it at the Man's Chinese, the midnight show, and the people sat behind me. They brought their kid.
Oh
my goodness!
Yeah, and people and the kid screaming and crying the whole movie because he's terrified.
Pussy.
And I remember towards the end of the movie, everybody's like, "Take your fucking kid home! What the fuck is wrong with you?" And they're like, "Fuck you!" I'm like, now you're yelling "fuck you" in the dark in front of your screaming child. It was great. Anyway, I wanted to make a joke about drunk tanks and the Russians, but fuck it. 12 million points.
Melissa Peterman.
First of all, Blaine, I brought my son to that movie because we couldn't find a sitter, okay? And that was a long time ago, and I've apologized several times. I didn't know it was That Exorcist. I thought it was a different movie. Anyway, Christina, I loved your story. It gave me hope for the youth. Because, a lot of people go on spring break and they are just taking off their T-shirts and doing stuff. And you kept it really pretty relatively clean. It sounds like you drove to Florida and holed up in an apartment and watched a scary movie, and then you all got up and went to church. So,
Woo!
it sort of sounded like an Amish Rumspringa, you know, where they have to go off and sort of be like, are you Amish or perhaps?
I am from the Midwest.
But, well, me too. So that was, I'm calling this spring break Rumspringer, and I'm giving you 37 head spins. Well done.
All
Well done.
right, Danny Zuker.
I mean, highest praise. Both of your stories have made me want to hug my daughters and tell them I love them. And that, you don't need to prove yourself. I have a theory on why you're constantly getting sex trafficked. Based on that earlier story. No, look, I'm glad you're alive.
Thank you.
I think that could have gone either way. I think, you're a miracle. 82 million points.
Wow, that's a lot of points. Let her hear it. Christina DiBiase. Wonderful job. Amazing talent. Boy, oh boy, we're hearing a lot of good stories. And now my hand goes in the Story Smash can of truth. And the next person coming to the stage right now to tell a true 2-minute story is Carlos. Come on up, Carlos!
Holy shit.
Come on up, buddy. He didn't even know he was coming back up. Come on up, Carlos. Let's tell him what to do.
Spin that wheel.
Spin it.
This spin brought to you by Bread Wetters for the wettest bread. Wet the bread with Bread Wetters.
You have a powerful spin.
You get this more spins than Christina in Florida, you guys.
Ooh,
Pandemic.
I remember that.
Spinning. Oh, pandemic.
You guys remember his pandemic story, right?
Damn. Okay. I'm gonna start off with I don't believe in the pandemic. And babe, I'm gonna keep my pants on. I promise. Okay. So in the pandemic, that was when COVID hit, right? That was the one. Okay. So. During the whole pandemic, I did really good, and I didn't believe in the whole mask thing, and I was, not worried about it, running around. Yeah, I wasn't really caring about it. And then I got into this horrible accident, and I rolled my truck, which I had since I was 18. And I rolled the truck over on my way to work, and I was not drunk or high or anything. It just lost control. December 22nd of 2020. So... the whole pandemic, nothing has happened to me. I'm good. I roll my truck over. I get out. The paramedics are coming to check me. They're like, oh, wait, what's wrong with you? You're normal. All your vitals are good and stuff. You're okay. And I'm like, yeah, I've dealt with a lot of trauma. This is nothing. And they're like, damn, all right, well, you're good to be alive. Boom. I wait for the tow truck guy to get there. Tow truck guy gets there. And then I get into the tow truck guy, and the guy gets, sweaty, and, he looked like he was sick. And I'm in the tow truck with him, and I'm just like, fuck. And the whole time, I'm like, my day can't get any worse. And sure enough, I get home, and then and I'm telling the story to my mom, rolled the truck, whoop, whoop, whoop. And then I go outside in the cold, and I come back in, and us Latinos, we believe if you touch, the cold air, gets inside you, then you're sick, Yeah. So I came in the next day. My body was aching. It was just the worst. I caught COVID unofficially because then my parents caught it, and then they let me know, yeah, you had COVID. So I was like, fuck. So luckily they're good too. And long story short, that was my pandemic time.
Wow, Carlos, that was quite a story. What did he land on, Coughlin? 146. It's not a bad time.
Impressive.
Blaine Capatch.
I had no idea that Latinos believed that. That was fascinating.
Are there any other Latinos out there that can confirm this?
El frío, te agarra el frío.
Es mucho frío en fuego?
Adentro.
Ew, dentro, squeeze me. Sorry.
And you're wearing flip-flops now, which is
what's up
great.
with... Yeah, okay.
Keeping your feet are going to get...
The frío doesn't go through your feet.
Wow. What are some other things about cold that I would like to learn this evening?
Vicks is the cure.
Oh, yeah.
Vicks.
Okay. That's it.
Jews believe that, too.
I thought that was really great. I'm sorry about your truck, but I'm glad that Ocean Spray got you a new one.
Oh, my God, that's so good.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Then I'm going to stop on that one. 9 billion points.
Thank you.
9 billion points. Wait, you got to explain it. Go, Danny. Help me out.
No, it's the guy who was like skateboarding with Ocean Spray, and you do look like him a little bit.
I see.
The Fleetwood Mac Dreams guy. Yeah.
Amazing. Melissa Peterman.
So here's what I love. It's like you're a miracle. You were saved.
Yeah.
Only to get COVID. So now, did you believe in it once you had it?
I actually caught it a second time.
I think the moral of this is wear a seatbelt and a mask during that. Not anymore now, but anyway. So Carlos, this is your girlfriend here? Were you? So this day was a terrifying day, right? Yeah. All right, and did you get COVID as well? Yeah. You did. Okay. In denial. That's okay. I understand. I understand.
Get vaccinated, people.
Okay. I got it. So do you have a new truck, Carlos?
I literally, God bless, and for God is good. This actually 2 weeks ago, I finally got the truck of not my dreams, but the same truck back. 2005 Toyota Tundra is the one that I lost, and then I ended up saving up, getting into a position where I got another one, 2006 Toyota Tundra.
Wow.
It's my baby one. So.
Wow.
Good.
Whose dream was that?
My dream.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Your dream. Carlos, I enjoyed your story. I like how it was almost like we were all rolling in a truck with you. It was.
Yeah.
It took us on spins and turns, and at the end, you're a believer as well now, and I love that. So, Carlos, I'm giving you 25,000 new Tundras. I'm giving you a Tundra specific.
That's a lot of Tundras.
Thank you.
Danny Zuker.
I mean, first, I want you to dream bigger.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think get it something in the 2010s at least. You're worthwhile. Maybe dream of a Ford F-150. 2018. Honestly, because otherwise your dreams are too modest, my friend. Secondly, I think you're kind of being, and no offense, a bit of a pussy here. Stand by your beliefs, man. You know, what are you? It's like listening to Fauci up here. Am I right, guys? I don't fucking believe in gravity, man. It's just some bullshit. No, I have wished your fate on so many people who didn't get vaccinated, and you're such a nice guy, and you actually changed, and you're much like the lady who's constantly getting drunk in traffic, are a miracle, and good job. A million of the Pfizer vaccines.
Yeah. All right. Carlos from the audience.
Well done,
Let him hear it. Get out of here.
Carlos. Thank you, Carlos.
Get out of here. Don't breathe on anybody. Jesus. How are you, Blaine? Okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm just a little sweaty. I was in a tow truck today.
All right, you guys,
It's okay.
right now,
A little chilly.
coming up for a
Dry
true
cough.
2-minute story is the one and only Les Kurkendaal-Barrett.
Bring the pain.
Come on up, Les. Let's tell him what to do.
Spin that wheel.
This has been brought to you by Ape Shit. When you got to go something, go Ape Shit. From the makers of Jump in a Lake and Fuck Yourself.
Hey, did you have this before, hooking up? Yeah. You got to do it again.
Spin
All right.
it again, Les.
Let's tell him what to do. Spin that wheel.
This has been brought to you by Refrigerator from Milton Bradley. A game of escape.
Interviews.
All right, so interviews. So my husband and I are in the process of adopting a teenager. And so because of that, we have to deal with a lot of interviews. And I tell you what, social services sucks. It's the worst. And so, they interview us. And so the adoption was supposed to go through in November, right? Now, we had been planning this trip to Europe, and so every time we talked about getting a passport, we were told, oh, no, wait because the adoption's going to be legal in November, and, there's going to be a name change, so just sit tight. So we're sitting tight. November comes and goes, and we still need to get this passport. So I called for an interview for a passport, and we were told that, okay, so in order to get a passport, you've got to get your plane ticket first, and then 2 weeks before you leave for your trip, you will be granted a passport interview. So I get the ticket. I call a little before. I call like a week and a half before. They're like, no, you've got to wait for the day. I call the day before. They're like, no, you've got to wait until tomorrow. And I call. I get a passport interview. But then they say, okay, so you do have an interview for a passport for your daughter, but your choices are either San Francisco or San Diego. So and it was the day before we were supposed to leave for our trip. So the next day, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with my family, and we haul our asses down to San Diego, where we get our passport interview, and we get the fucking passport the day before we're supposed to leave. That's it.
Woo! Les Kurkendaal-Barrett. Holy cow. 159. That's an amazing story. Melissa Peterman.
Okay. All right. So is that the teenager? Did you adopt a teenager? Yeah. You did? Yes. God bless you. Do you want another one? I have one at home. And
you can have mine too.
He's driving me absolutely apeshit. So God bless you. So you have a teenager. So I'm confused. So you had to get the passport. They had to interview you because you were changing a name, right?
We needed to get it for her, so we needed to get an interview since the adoption was not legal yet, and we were two middle-aged men taking a girl out of the country.
Was it Christina? Because she's been sex trafficked quite a bit. Christina, does Les look familiar and his husband at all?
Melissa Peterman, come on, you guys. Melissa Peterman!
Anyway, so I love this story, and what I love is that, all you had to do, really, at that interview is just tell them that story of how you hooked up and met the love of your life, and they would have given those and stamp it. I stamped that passport with my approval, and I love you very much. I'm giving you 1,000 million points. Here you go.
That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. I would stamp his passport with a heart.
Oh.
With a little bit of love. That's what I would do. Danny Zuker.
I can't believe you worked that hard to take the kid on vacation. I worked very hard to leave my kids at home. So that's, like, the idea that I would have to go to you can't believe that when we have more fun, the kids come in. But you brought them there. That's amazing. I don't know. I mean, you took me on I felt like I needed a passport for that fucking story, the journey you took me on.
That was a journey.
God damn it. You're a good storyteller, Les. However many points you want to take, you can just take them. It's take a point, leave a point. There you go.
Blaine Capatch.
I loved it. It reminded me of the time that I was trying to win Greg Kinn tickets.
Who?
And I was just calling and calling. Nope, not yet. Nope, not yet. Nope, not yet. And finally I got through, and now we're married. So all those points plus one.
All right. Let him hear it. Les Kurkendaal-Barrett. All right, you guys. As a reminder, there are no points in this game. All right, you guys. One more storyteller coming up for a true 2-minute story. Put your hands together for Jeremy McKiernan. Jeremy, come on up. All right, you guys, let's tell him what to do.
Spin that wheel.
Spin it.
This spin brought to you by Tushy for the wettest balls at work.
Oh, boy. This is exciting because he landed on audience.
Holy balls.
So we've got a lot of choosing to do. What do you guys over at the bar? What kind of story would you like to hear? No. How about over here? A story about Carlos. Carlos said that. Get him out of here. What are we doing with Carlos?
You guys know that Carlos story, right?
What else, you guys? What do you want to hear? A Disneyland story. I'm sorry, what? Embarrassing moments. Dreams Airport. Airport Dreams Disney embarrassing moments?
Your choice.
I like dreams, but then again, I hate it when people tell me about their dreams. So let's hear dreams.
Dreams! All right, Jeremy McKiernan. This is not easy. Give him a big round of applause.
Oh, man.
All right, Jeremy.
Dreams. I used to be a big lucid dreamer. Do you know what that is? Yeah. Wow, everyone.
Yeah.
The Matrix. Okay.
Queensryche.
Yeah. I don't know if The Matrix is about lucid dreams, but whatever. We'll talk. But I used to be really into them, and I like got a book about it. That's not cool. It was like Introduction to Lucid Dreams. And if you don't know, what it means is it's when you're dreaming and you could tell that you're dreaming. So you could, basically when I would have these lucid dreams, I would have them, and everything I would do is I would just have sex with anyone. Trans, whatever. No. But like, I didn't like having them because I was like, oh my God, I'm such like a sex freak. But eventually I would start to, I would like to mess with the dream people. Like, one of the very first ones I had, I remember, so I had a lucid dream. I realized I'm dreaming. I'm like, okay, I could do anything. And there was this woman talking to me, and I remember just going to her, and I'm like, you're not even real. And then she just started crying. Anyway, see, I guess that's why you don't talk about your dreams. The weird thing about dreams is like they're some of the most memorable experiences of your life. Is like this dream you had 12 years ago, but then you explain it, and it's like, yeah, what, a lady crying? Who gives a fuck? But it was a visceral moment. I swear, I had this one thing. Actually, it does remind me of that one movie. What's the one? Is it Inception? Yes, Inception. That's a lucid dream movie. You fucking idiot. Not The Matrix. That's fucking brain. That's Kant. That's brain in a vat guy. I didn't say Kant. Relax. Okay. So I had. I don't know. I have 10 seconds. I don't remember what I was going to say. Sometimes when you hear the word cunt, it just keeps repeating in your head. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Jeremy McKiernan. Wow. Amazing story. Stay with us.
Yeah.
Danny Zuker.
I'm just a fan. Like, look, you went into some delicate territory with the trans stuff, and I love how you rescued it by finishing strong with cunt.
Thank you.
I think you are uncanceled or more canceled.
Yes.
It's canceled.
That's a hard one, though.
Yeah.
Dreams is hard.
It wasn't even a story.
It
really.
wasn't, but you were. I will say this: you're a funny dude. It was funny all the way through.
Yeah.
It didn't have what I call a classic. What do I want to thinking of? Beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
Like a dream.
Yeah, it was more like it was very free form. It was like a Jackson Pollock rather than a Rembrandt. But I hear you. I find you to be entertaining. I mean, I don't want to hang out with you, but I find you entertaining. So, 80 billion points.
Yes. Blaine Capatch.
If you get rid of all the scenes in Inception where they are actually in the dream, it's a movie about a bunch of junkies nodding off in hotel rooms. I did love the way you went back for the trans joke. That was ballsy. I loved it. I had a lucid dream once. I lucid dream a lot. I had a dream where I was in love with Ann Coulter.
Oh, my God.
And have you ever had one of those dreams where you're, like, in love with someone? You're like, oh, my God, this is it's amazing. But it was Ann Coulter, and I was like, I can't be in love with Ann Coulter. What the fuck? And then I was walking to a party, and all my friends were behind me. It was like Doug Benson and Brian Posehn, a rogues gallery of comedians, and they're all like making fun of me because I'm in love with Ann Coulter. And we go to this party, and they're all talking about me, and I remember going, fuck this. And I went out onto the back deck, and I flew away.
Wow.
Yeah. And now we're married. That was great. All the points.
Jeremy McKiernan. Jeremy. Way to go, man.
What about? Are you kidding me?
Melissa Peterman. I'm so sorry. My God, I'm sorry. Melissa.
Jeremy, your stories, they just made me regret one thing. That I didn't bring my mom here tonight. I was going to bring her tonight, and I thought, no, you stay home and hang out with my son. But I think she would have really enjoyed your stories, and it would have been a fun ride home for me. Anyway, so I have a quick question, just a quick thought, because I really do. I think you're very funny. So tell me, just top of your head, don't even think about it. Who do you think that woman is in the dream that you're yelling at?
Some redhead.
Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin.
Kathy.
Just somebody, just a redhead. And
Irish lady.
Name one Irish redhead that you know.
Emma Stone? I don't know.
Ooh. You know Emma Stone?
You guys correcting me.
She's Irish?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Someone tell him Saoirse Ronan.
That's Emma Blarney Stone. You're thinking of
Emma Blarney
Stone.
Stone.
Emma Blarney.
I think if we figure out who that woman is in your dream, it's going to unlock a lot of things for you, Jeremy. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. Anyway, Jeremy, I did enjoy your story. And if you would do me a favor, I'm just going to give you my mom's phone number. And if you could just tell her those stories over the phone, I think she would really, really enjoy it. Anyway, Jeremy, you're a delight. I gave you 35,000 million points. Well done.
Wow. Jeremy McKiernan, let him hear it. Holy cow. That was another great story. All right, you guys, now comes the very exciting
This is going to be hard.
part of the show. Yeah, because these three have to decide two people who are going on to the final and third round for a true 3-minute story. That's triple the fun. You guys have your cards right here. And right now, let's put a minute on the clock. Oh, he already started that. I would like to acknowledge somebody very special in the audience, if I could. This person has come to this show, Story Smash, over 10 times. She's a big supporter of mine and this show, and I so appreciate it. And today is her 80th birthday. She's right here, Elaine Fidel, sitting in the middle. And I would so much like to sing happy birthday to her. So lower the music. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Elaine. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Elaine Fidel, happy birthday. Thank you for spending it at the Hollywood Improv watching Story Smash. All right, the minute is up, and now we go to the judges. Melissa Peterman, was it a difficult decision?
It was a difficult, because I think we had 4 really interesting storytellers.
Yeah.
I mean, let's give it up for everyone. It's not easy.
Yeah, Carlos,
it's not easy just to pop on up there from the audience and not know what you're doing, and you were great. So yeah, it was a very difficult decision.
It was. Danny?
I mean, it was in a lot of ways harder than the choice that I think Sophie made. Yeah. In the film.
Yeah.
Because I have a favorite child, and that would have been easy for me.
Yeah.
But this was hard. Everybody was so good.
They were.
It was just, they brought it.
It's a great night.
I mean, one of them was just okay, but the other ones were...
Blaine, was it an okay decision for you? Was it difficult?
No, it wasn't difficult at all, but I wish I had another choice. I wish I could get the audience up here because they're fantastic. What a wonderful audience.
Thank you guys so much.
Give yourselves a hand.
By the way, here's what's riding on this game. I don't even know if I told you this, but what's riding on this game besides the new Tundra is the chocolate chip cookies that I made. Handmade, homemade chocolate chip cookies. Get a good look at them.
They're ridiculously good, people.
That's right. And I've got them for the birthday girl, so don't you worry, Elaine. But with all that in mind, let's call out the name of the first contestant in the third round. And that person is coming to the stage right now. Big round of applause for Jeremy McKiernan. Jeremy, come on up, buddy. All right, you guys, let's tell him what to do. Spin that wheel.
It's been brought to you by Ross Dress for What? What's the point? Ross Dress for What?
Jeremy, I'm just going to record this for my mom for her Christmas special.
Good. Okay, I got interviews.
Interviews.
Okay. I used to... the weirdest interview I had was for... I worked for Lyft, the ride-sharing thing. But I worked for it back in, like, very beginning of when it came to L.A. Maybe it was, like, 7 years ago when it had the big pink mustaches. And it was so, like, hippy-dippy. I remember that we had a group interview, and they would be like, what is your favorite animal? And I'm like, I don't know, a tiger? Like, oh, good. And, like, I got it. And I was so stupid with Lyft, because this was back when the ride-sharing first started. and I thought you needed to talk to all the people. So, because it was like it was so new, and it was like suggested donation. It was that new. It was just like a scheme basically. And I would just talk to these people, and I quickly realized some people you like talking to, and some people you just don't get along with, and you know right away. So I would have these like long, like 30-minute conversations with people that were just like, "Why is this guy?" And I'm like, "I don't know. We're cool. We do fist bumps. I'm a tiger, you know." It was so bad. It was so bad. But I swear to God, this happened. I had the best first night of Lyft driving. God, again with the sex. I got laid my first night on doing it. It was crazy. And I was like, this is the best job ever. Then it never happened again. But that one night, I picked up, we were driving, and I picked up this lady, and she was with people, and she was like very French. She was like the Frenchest lady ever. And she's like, I swear to God, she's like, do you want to come back? Do you want to come to the bar with us? Maybe you click driver off on your thing. And I'm like, sure, this is cool. I can do whatever I want. I'm a free man. So I go hang out at the bar, and we're dancing, we're drinking. She's French. It's like so fun. And then we go to my house later, and then like she's like, oh. And then I had to take it's because there was like a pink mustache on I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this pink mustache. Forget that part. It was a what? It was cool. It was cool. You guys know, L.A. natives or whatever. Anyways, but this woman, she was the Frenchest. Like, I swear to God, like I know this is gross, but here's what she said. She said, she's at my house, and she said this. She goes, "Bring me wine and cheese, and my pussy will get wet for you." It's like, what the fuck? I was like, she said that to me, and I'm like, say that again. That's the craziest thing. I just met her. She was so weird, and then. Like in the other weird thing was, she slept over. We all had a good time, but she slept over, and I woke her up in the morning because it was like late, and I was like, "Hey, get up!" And she goes, "No, you must not wake a woman up like that." She goes, "You must ease her into consciousness." She said that. She goes, "You must go, hey, wake up." And I was like, "Oh my God, you're like the Frenchest." The Frenchest.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That was
Holy.
an amazing story. Stay in the light with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jeremy McKiernan.
Unreal.
God, let him hear it, honestly.
Unreal.
Melissa Peterman, what do you think?
Just when I thought the rom-com was dead. All we need is a kicky soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Meg Ryan, and this movie is going to be the blockbuster of this summer. First of all, your French accent, impeccable. I loved it. And again, you took us on another journey ride. Did you leave the Lyft running? That did you charge her for this ride at the end?
No, I didn't charge her for the last one.
Okay, and did you ever see her again or no?
Nope, never again.
Did she have red hair?
No. Oh. Nah, blonde.
And now you've just been driving around the streets of LA looking for her ever since. We're going to put that in the movie, Danny. Write that down.
That's it. We sold
anyway,
it
Jeremy, I'm glad we brought you back because I wanted to see what would happen on the third time, and I'm glad I did because again, you made me believe in love. And I'm going to I'm giving you some wine, some cheese, and I'm going to give you. I'm giving you 5 stars for that drive.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a good score. Blaine Capatch.
If you get your lift up to 88 miles per hour, you can go back in time and give some wine and cheese to the girl you lost your virginity to.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
I love that you called Lyft a scheme. I thought that was fucking delightful. I love that tiger's your favorite animal because it's my favorite animal.
Oh shit.
We're not going to have sex or anything. But I laid in the lift. I'm trying to come up with a Love in an Elevator parody for Aerosmith, but I got nothing. But fantastic, and my glasses are off. The Norm Macdonald thing is blowing my fucking mind.
Yeah.
But you're very, very funny, and thank you for doing the show.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Danny Zuker.
I'm excited. I mean, it's a shame. I want to hear you do a story. Every story on the wheel, I'd like you to somehow relate to human sexual moisture. Or lack thereof, or propensity toward. I have a similar, like my first day on a job, this same thing happened. I was working at a senior center. But they have no inhibitions. No, it was a great. Look, it was wrong. I'm a senior now. It's not even that funny. No, it's a great story. I mean, you're a funny fuck. I mean, the whole thing was just, it was good. Points. That's all.
All right, let him hear it. Norm MacDonald, let him hear it.
Oh, thank you.
My can of truth.
All right, you guys, coming up for the final story of the night. It's another true 3-minute story, which is very exciting. Look at me. Forget it. All right. All right, and that person is Christina DiBiase. Come on up, Christina. Woo! Here she comes, you guys. Christina DiBiase. Let her hear it.
Spin that wheel.
This has been brought to you by Derringer Condoms for the smaller gentleman.
Pandemic. We've all been through it.
Except Carlos.
So during the beginning of the pandemic, I got locked down with someone that I met off Hinge. Yeah, we were both like super nervous and super scared, and we were wiping down everything, like going grocery shopping, wearing like double masks and gloves, and just like wiping out the groceries outside of his apartment. And then we realized we have nothing to do. So we spent weeks playing World of Warcraft the entire day. And this is bad for me because I had a video game addiction. Like, I loved Kingdom Hearts. Like, I was definitely like dissociating from childhood trauma when I would play Kingdom Hearts, but it was, oh my God. Like, I could play video games for hours, and like, don't get me started on The Sims. Oh my goodness. And then so playing World of Warcraft throughout the entire or at least the first like couple months of the pandemic, I got really into it. Like, we leveled up. We got all the way to 120. We joined a guild. We made friends. We had like really cool outfits. I loved Sapphire, that's what I named her. She was gorgeous. And then I had like, you can like talk with other people in the game, and this little gnome dude came up to me, and he's looking up to me in the video game. He's like, "You are a beautiful woman." And I'm like, "You are a delicious short man." And and we just spent like the whole time just like this whole back and forth. I'm like, who is this guy? I want to meet him. And then the guy that I was actually staying with, he didn't like that so much. And I ended up going back to my apartment because I'm like, oh, okay, the world is not ending. I'm okay by myself. And then I didn't know what to do. So I was like, do I just keep playing World of Warcraft? And I did. I did. But I stopped smoking weed in the beginning of the pandemic. And I did that because I was afraid I was going to confuse a stoner cough with a corona cough. And I have really bad health anxiety, so I didn't want to do that to myself. But eventually I was like, no, fuck this. I'm going to start smoking weed again. And then turns out when you start smoking weed at 29 years old, after not doing it for 6 months, your body reacts differently. And I was getting panic attacks, full-blown panic, just one hit, and I'm on the ground like, something's wrong. What is happening to me? I got so scared that I went to the ER, which is not the greatest place to go in a pandemic. I don't suggest it. It made me feel worse. And this doctor's like, this bitch is just trying to get drugs. And like, I have anxiety, but I'm calm now because I'm in the hospital. So I know if something does go wrong, I'll be taken care of, compared to when I'm at home alone. And like, no one's going to find me for weeks. We're all locked inside. And yeah, that's my pandemic story.
All righty. 2 minutes and 57 seconds. It was a great job, Blaine Capatch.
I just wish the show was longer so that we could hear about the people that you met on Farmers Only and Christian Mingle. It's just like you're working your way through all the dating apps. Did you get dental with your World of Warcraft guild? Because that's why I joined the guild.
I missed out on that one.
But I thought that you said something that was that we could all use. The world's not ending. I'm okay by myself.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
I'm going to needlepoint that.
Needlepoint
it. I
it.
get off on no laugh.
Fine. Melissa Peterman.
Christina, you are just adorable, and you're a catch, and so you don't even need to get on those apps. You're a goddamn catch. And I liked your story because it made me feel a little bit better about the stuff that I did during the pandemic.
Oh, good.
Because everyone's like, oh, I just reorganized my house, and maybe I learned French, and whatever, and I learned how to eat soup lying down. That's really all I did. So I like that you just were open. Like, you just played video games and you smoked weed. Did you ever find out who the little troll was?
No, I'm so sad about it.
I say you ditch the dating apps. We find that guy because I think that is the love of your life, Christina.
There it is.
And you are meant to meet him.
I got to get back on World of Warcraft.
Get back on World of Warcraft, and you find that little troll and say, you are a delicious little man. And then when you meet him in person, he's going to, I guarantee you, he's going to look like George Clooney or Danny DeVito. Who cares? But this is the love of your life. Yes. Right there. It's there. He's right in front of you, and he was there all the time.
The whole time.
Yeah,
Danny Zuker.
It's probably one of these classic situations of a tall guy pretending to be short online to get ladies.
It happens so much.
It's look, that story made me. My marriage ended months before the pandemic, and the only thing worse than I think being alone through the pandemic would have been to be with somebody during the pandemic. And so you made me appreciate the grass was greener in my sad apartment downtown. A lot of points. Well done.
All right, Christina DiBiase, let her hear it. Let her hear it. All right, Christina. All right, you guys, now comes the very exciting point of the night where our three judges decide who exactly is taking home all the chocolate chip cookies. I don't know who it is, but I know it's very exciting. I want to give a big round of applause to everybody who played tonight. Les Kurkendaal-Barrett, let him hear it. This guy named Carlos right here. Christina DiBiase, Jeremy McKiernan, Danny Flippin' Zuker, you guys, come on. Melissa Peterman, Blaine Capatch, and we got Jim Coughlin right here in the front helping me out. We got Brian at the bar, Sid on sound, Lindsay at the box office. You know, Lindsay, she'll sell you a ticket right now, tonight, for the next show of Story Smash, May 28th. That's right, May 28th. It's a Saturday night, 7:30, same place, same time, and all that stuff. So we're very excited for that. Also, welcome to my friends to my right. Thank you guys for coming very much. Armando, Diane, nice to see you guys. Okay, have you made a decision?
Yes, we have made a decision.
Now, this is where it gets tricky. Let's hear about how this decision was made.
I'm going to say this was this was a tough decision.
It was.
Yeah, this was, and one of the few times maybe not, unanimous. It was a tricky decision. I'm not going to out any, but it was like, wouldn't you say this was hard?
No, this was not at all hard. Blaine?
Blaine, would you say this was hard?
Would you say this is hard?
I'm going to split the difference and say you're both right. No, it was, everybody is completely different. Everybody was very, very funny.
In their own ways.
In their own way. And Carlos, come on, give it up for Carlos.
Carlos.
He rolled everybody's truck with laughter tonight.
Carlos, you didn't even make the final round, but congratulations, you've won. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, it was tough. We argued about it. We're not friends anymore. And I'm going to go out and lay down some spike strips behind some wheels tonight. But no, it was a lot of fun. It was a difficult decision because everybody was great.
All right, you guys, let's find out. Well, first of all, round of applause. One more of those. Come on. Clapping is free. Clapping is free. Let's hear who the winner of Story Smash is, April 2022. Melissa Peterman, who is the winner?
It is Jeremy McKiernan.
Jeremy McKiernan, come on up, Jeremy McKiernan. You're the winner of Story Smash. One more time on behalf of the very talented Danny Zuker, Melissa Peterman, Blaine Capatch. My name is Christine Blackburn. Good night.
Brought to you tonight in part by Swiffer. When you don't really feel like cleaning anything, don't really clean anything with Swiffer. And Tecate, the worst beer in the world. So someone shows up with something else, there's Tecate. It's Spanish for Pabst.
next door.
You made it. Here, finally. Checked out of office to check into the sweet views of that place you've always wanted to go. You know the one. It's nice. Even the kids like it.
This place is so cool.
And they never like it.
Mom, can we go to the pool?
Look at that. Not even asking for the Wi-Fi. When you're with Amex, it's not if it's going to happen, but when. American Express. Don't live life without it.
I want to advance my nursing career, but I can't stop working or spend a lot of money to earn a degree. My family and my patients need me. At WGU, I can earn a Master of Science in Nursing while juggling my busy life.
At WGU, we hear you. That's why we built a nonprofit online university around you. Here, you set the deadlines. You take the courses on your time, and you take the test when you're ready. WGU, the University of You. Learn more at WGU.edu.